Good afternoon. My name is and as Bill introduced me, I'm the president of Ribbons for Kelsey, a nonprofit organization that was founded by Brandi McGuire that helps other people living with epilepsy. And I have the privilege of telling you a little bit about Brandi today. In November of 2011, she called me. She had decided to hand out 500 purple ribbons the month of November in honor of her daughter's epilepsy. The month had already begun, and I thought, wow, how are we going to do this? Well, we set up a website, and within a week, she had met her goal, and we ended up distributing thousands nationwide. It was unbelievable. Most of us would have an idea like this, and we would never do it. Not Brandi. She has a goal, and she gets it done. Shortly thereafter, she found an anti-suffocation pillow. And she just didn't want one for her daughter. She wanted one for everyone that she knew living with epilepsy. This vision has continued today, and Ribbons for Kelsey has helped hundreds with a variety of direct services. She has a vision, she sets a goal, and she gets it done. One idea to distribute ribbons has grown into a large nonprofit organization that has helped many. She has a vision that most of us just put on a list. Brandi McGuire is a person that gets things done. As a mother myself of 5 kids, I have to manage many tasks on a daily basis, and it's hard just to get the dishes done. Not for Brandi. She's a wife, a mother of 4 beautiful children, and a service dog. She gets the dishes done, she tucks all 4 of her kids in, reads them a bedtime story, has them all ready for the week, works every day, and still finds time to help others. When my husband was diagnosed with cancer, I had to call my mom and ask her to move in. As a good friend, Brandi had rallied the community for me, who surprised us with Christmas lights, Easter eggs, an iPad, and so many other things for my family that brought us immense joy during that difficult journey. And here's the thing, she doesn't just do that for my family, she does that for all families. She has a vision to serve others, and she doesn't put it on a list. She is a person that gets things done. She became director of Skiles Driving School, and she didn't just go to work like many of us. She had a vision to grow the business. She implemented an adult education class and many other new programs. She executed driving contracts with area public schools that grew the business and saved public schools money. She had a vision, and she did it. All of this while being a great mom, helping others with epilepsy, managing a nonprofit, Ribbons for Kelsey. Brandi McGuire is a person that gets things done. It's pretty simple. In 2014, a teacher took issue with her daughter Kelsey's service dog. The school told them they could no longer attend. Brandi immediately called the principal and implemented a solution and removed the daughter from the teacher's class. Unfortunately, that solution did not work, and it became a hostile environment for her daughter. So she was forced as a mother to transfer her to another school. However, she didn't end it there. She didn't want anything like this to happen to any other kid. So she took on the civil rights battle herself. She didn't believe that anyone should be bullied by a public school system that was clearly in the wrong. And again, she did this all while being a great mom, helping others, managing a successful business, and running a nonprofit organization. Brandi is a person that gets things done. I am honored today to tell you a little bit about Brandi. I just wish I had more time, but I don't. She has inspired me to talk less about the things that I want to do and simply just get them done. In the many years I have known Brandi, I would best describe her as my role model. A person that just doesn't talk. She gets things done. Thank you. Congressman Schilling, I believe.
Believes. That's very important. I got a call this week and asked if I were a couple weeks ago to ask if I'd come and speak at this event. And I said I'd be humbled and honored. And the one thing that's really nice about being out of politics back in the private sector, is you can speak your mind, and I'm going to speak my mind today. You know, if we really take a look at the representative that's there in the 72nd, and just ask yourself a question. What has Mr. Bashore accomplished for our district and for our state?
Nothing.
That's a key question. Because when you go into be a state representative or a state senator or a member of Congress, you're there to represent all of the people of the district in which you got elected. Not just a small, minute piece of the district. And it doesn't matter if you're a nice guy or not. It's how you vote. It's how you vote. Nice guys finish last, and that's why Illinois is at the bottom of the rung at just about everything that matters in this great nation. It's time that each and every one of us stand up and be quiet, and we take the bad politicians out of the street. You know, I've known Brandi and her family for quite some time now, and I can tell you this. Doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican, Brandi's going to go there and she's going to fight for everybody, not just that little piece of constituency that gives her the most money. That's a fact. She's built with character, she's solid. I mean, if you think about it, you got a guy right out here that's protesting. Thank God we live in America, by the way, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to do that. Complaining about somebody who's yes, that's right. Complaining about somebody telling them that their kid and dog can't come to the school, and this Democrat who says he's a Republican is out here protesting that's BS, and that doesn't stand for Bobby Schilling. Now, Mr. Bashore and all his liberal friends, like Phil Hare and others, are going to think, oh, this is a ho-hummer, this girl doesn't have a shot, they're going to try to tear her down. But you know what? She's got us, she's got our friends, she's got our families, and we're going to fight to take back this state. You know, Brandi, when I decided to run for Congress back in 2010, everybody told me, you can't do it. Phil Hare came out and started calling me the pizza boy and all this stuff. I'm telling you right now, the people of Illinois, especially the ones that really truly care about this state, not just themselves and their own pocketbook, really do care, and they will get behind you. You know, so whatever you do not give up. You take the fight to Pat Bashore and his liberal buddies, and let's turn this thing around. God bless you, Christy and I. But I'm going to take it. I'd like to introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, the Senator of the 36th District of Illinois, Mr. Neil Anderson.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. I know it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to Brandi and her family. And Brandi, just to reiterate what Congressman Schilling said, you know, it wasn't but a little while ago when people were making fun of me saying, you think you're going to defeat Mike Jacobs, the third generation person in this family to hold this seat? You're crazy. Hard work has a lot. Today's an exciting day, an exciting event, for a very exciting person. I'm honored to be here to introduce a person who is one of the nicest, most hardworking, most persistent people that I know. This is a woman that when she sets her mind on something, like our first speaker said, she will get the job done. Case in point, again, we all know the story with Brandi's family and Kelsey and Jasper. Sadly, most people in this situation would have yelled and screamed, but eventually they would have accepted the frustration and wrongdoing, and they would say, "This, unfortunately, is a fight that I cannot win." Well, not only did she not accept defeat, but she took the fight to them, and she won. Months ago, Brandi McGuire came to me about authoring legislation that would change the law so that this situation would be avoided in the future. And I'm happy to say that this bill that Brandi and I worked on together is in committee, and I'm hopeful that it will be voted on and passed in the very near future. Now, I only tell you about this bill so that you can understand the persistence and character of Brandi McGuire. You see, when Brandi and I were discussing what happened, what they went through, and brainstorming ideas for this bill, Brandi said to me, "What my daughter and my family went through was horrible, but we will persevere. I don't want revenge. I simply don't want another family to have to go through what we went through." Now, to me, and I think to all of you here, this shows the character of the kind of leader that we need in Springfield. Someone who is not interested in self-interest. Someone who will serve a district and not a party. And a leader that will always do the right thing instead of the popular thing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you your next state representative in the 72nd District, Brandi McGuire.
So much for being here. This is amazing. My heart is just overflowing right now. So, before I get started, I wanted to recognize some of the people that are here in the audience with us today. Drew Milkey from County Board, right there. Mike Stephan. There he is. Thank you. I'm going to recognize Rock Island County Republican Chairman Bill Bloom. Chairman Brian Ansu, County Republican Jan Weber, and I'd also like to thank Matt Stern for letting us have it here at the Stern Center, but most importantly, I want to thank Jay Allison, who is the director of the Stern Center, and he does just an amazing job. Jay. I would like to be the first to announce to you my campaign committee, which is my campaign manager, Paula DeWild, my senior advisor, Adrian Medunick, my treasurer, Kent Kinderberger, my finance chair, Elizabeth Earl, my event coordinator, Annie Hewitt, they are all amazing. I could not do this without the help of them. And they're all volunteers. That just warms my heart. Okay. Well, as you know, I am Brandi McGuire. I was born and raised in the Illinois Quad Cities. In fact, my roots run deep here in the 72nd District from my family business in East Moline to being the director there, to graduating from Sherrard High School, to summer swimming at the Rock Island Athletic Club. And even way back when, to this building, when it was McCabe's, shopping with my grandma. Colin and I have been married for over 20 years, and we couldn't think of a better place to raise our family. This is our home, and we are not leaving. And I brought my family with me today. My beautiful family's over here. My oldest daughter. My oldest daughter In 2014, I encountered a life-changing experience. It was while I was fighting for my daughter's civil rights that I realized a profound strength that existed in our community. It was that strength and support that drove me to never give up, to do the seemingly impossible, and to take on the Board of Education, to take on the government, and to win. I realized the importance of state legislators, and I began to work on legislation, like Senator Anderson had mentioned, to help other families in the future. That although the government had failed us, I was determined to bring about meaningful and concrete change to the entrenched system so other families did not have to go through the anguish and injustice that my family endured. Legislators in Springfield have failed us. They are failing us by not listening to us. They have lost their sense of service by means of special interests and pay to play politics. They think that the government knows the best way to spend our money. They have come to believe that the government creates jobs rather than the business owner. And they believe that they know what's best for our children rather than their parents. They believe the future of our children and our grandchildren is not as important as serving their own needs now. They believe the weakest voices don't have to be heard and that we do not matter. I see it differently. When elected, I will serve the constituents of this district and this great state like I did my nonprofit. By putting others first and providing direct and accountable services, unlike politicians that conduct business as usual of serving themselves and only giving false hopes and half-hearted attempts at services. Our children are our future, and education is a vital component. We need serious, concrete reform. Amen. Our state is dead last at serving those with disabilities, and I am committed to help changing them. I will fight to rebuild and expand the middle class by working closely with our local high schools and colleges to teach trades and skills to prepare students for the workforce and provide businesses with qualified employees. We also need to acknowledge the loyalty and the value of all the small businesses that make up this district. We need to remove the restraints on the employers that have caused these businesses to pick up and leave. We must create an environment that will attract and keep businesses right here in our district so they are not crossing over to bordering states where they're being welcomed with open arms. We need pension reform, and it starts with state legislators. Back to the public service that it was meant to be. It is not a career that warrants a pension paid by taxpayers. I will refuse all pensions, and I will work to remove that cozy benefit from all lawmakers. Lastly, I am committed to have the best constituent services for the 72nd district that we have ever seen. I am committed to not only listening to you, but take your voice to Springfield. I can no longer stand by and watch the state be destroyed by politicians that refuse to think about our children, refuse to think about our families, and refuse to care about our state's future. We must stand up and be heard for our children and our grandchildren. Now is the time to stand up against a bullying government. With your support, I will be the voice for Illinois families. I ask for your support, and I thank thank you so very much for coming today. I am Brandi McGuire.